I'm Pat Carrigan's No.1 Fan. My name's Carmel and I'm also his mum. If Pat was a dog, he'd be a Bitzer.
It's a what? I thought I was going to get like a Chihuahua. How deep did you dig for these?
Do you remember these?
Oh my God. I don't know if you can zoom and see that. That's me. That's one of the little fellas in my team.
He was a big child.
It's probably like 7. Date of birth, 1st of 1st, 98. Favourite player, Matty Bowen. Mango. Obviously the resemblance is uncanny. Favourite food, chips, obviously because I used to get footy cards out of them. Favourite pastime thing to do, playing footy. And it says favourite NRL team, North Queensland Cowboys, but
I don't think that was
I think
right.
I was always Broncos, and I think she did just scare me, so that's crazy. I haven't seen these in ages, so.
Paddy was a very busy child, but when his little sisters come along, he was the kindest brother, and he always looked after them. I don't know, I'm always proud of him because he made me a mum, so I'm grateful of that. Sorry. But he's always been very kind, and that's what I've loved the most about him.
Being kind, I think, has definitely come from mum and dad. Anyone was welcome at my house, so mum and dad always went out of their way to pick people up and drop them to footy training with me and do those sort of things. And even though mum worked shifts and dad was working 12-hour days, they always found a way. I'm very grateful for my upbringing and what mum and dad did for me, but yeah, I think I'm a product of them. I eat dinner late now still, and people think it's weird, but that's what our family did just because of our busy schedules, or whether mum and dad were at home and one of my friends' parents dropped us off and did that sort of thing. So it was always fun, I think. I got to spend all day at school with my mates and then another 4 or 5 hours after school with my mates, and yeah, they're like family now, so yeah, it's pretty special.
If we went somewhere and they were going to be anywhere for any length of time and there was any space, they'd either be kicking the football or throwing the football, or he would be kicking the girls' netballs, and they would be saying, "You can't do that to our netball."
Yeah, I definitely got in trouble for kicking a lot of netballs, and netballs over the fence for sure.
I would have to say his father is where he gets a lot of his sporting prowess. I say he gets his brains from me.
So I started playing rugby league for East Juniors at Scott Park. So they're a tiny club.
He liked Seven Seaver, and the other one was that lovely boy from the Darling Downs. What was his name, Pat? Come on.
The lovely boy from the Darling Downs.
Come on. He's a big boy. Shane Webke.
And I got a photo with those two in the NRL Premiership.
I can remember you walking up and they said, "Oh, so he's a halfback," and you're going, No, I'm not a halfback, I'm forward.
Clearly they were being sarcastic, the boys. So anyone that had a Broncos jersey, but I was infatuated with when I was a kid.
What's this, Pat?
Oh, how small does it look? I haven't seen this in a while. This was my first ever Bronco shirt.
Do you remember when you used to wear it, mate?
Well, I had a teddy bear that I used to always sleep with. Probably like I was 12. I don't know how old I was, but I had a teddy bear and it wore this to bed every night. No word of a lie, so.
That's after you grew out of it.
Yeah, which would have been pretty quickly.
He was a big child. So that was your first Bronco shirt.
Wow, that's crazy. I was actually really lucky. I got signed by the Broncos when I was in year 12, and as soon as I finished year 12, I started pre-season, so didn't even go to schoolies. We just ripped in, and I think the work ethic from mum and dad, they always told me that if you wanted to make it, you got to put hard work in and you have to give up some things, and they always pushed me along the way. I always thought I was going to be a rugby league player, but she was always big on me to get an education, and which I'm grateful for now.
I can remember when he signed your first contract and we're walking out and I'm going, "This is really great, mate. This is a really good backup plan." I remember saying, "This is a really good backup plan. If this pays for your university degree, you'll be sweet." you know.
Seriously?
And he goes, Mum, this isn't my backup plan. And he wanted to prove me wrong, and you did.
Yeah, but education always came first. So ever since that day that I left the Broncos when I was in year 12 and Mum was adamant that footy was plan B, I was always going to do something after school, and I love sports. I ended up studying physio. I'm in my last year at the moment. It's taken probably a little bit longer. It's probably the first thing that Mum talks to me about over footy. It's like, how's your uni going? I'm like, yeah, good, no, I play South next week. She's like, yeah, but your uni. So, no, we're, yeah, it's been slow, but it's been something that's challenged me as well to keep doing outside footy. My first Queensland team was under 18s, State of Origin. It's quite divisive come Origin night.
What do you think's in here?
I think it's something sarcastic. Yeah.
Yeah, look at this. Oh, remember the days.
Oh my God. So this is probably the first scarf that Mum ever wore that was a Queensland one when I debuted. She said if I ever made it, she'd wear it, but...
I can remember wearing this when you made the under-18s team.
Yeah, my mum watched me play under 18 State of Origin in the crowd with a blue scarf under a jacket. And one of the boys were playing in the team too. I can't remember who it was.
I'm not sure who it was.
His dad was sitting there with the same thing, and they both unzipped their jackets at the same time and had blue scarves, and their kids were playing for Queensland, so...
Because she said, Mum, that's embarrassing. What are you doing? And I said, mate, if you get a ticket to the big dance, I will convert.
Which I made her do.
You did make me do. He got the call up. Do you remember getting the call up from Billy
Slater? Yeah.
That was at home, and we were having family dinner, and you leaned in and you said, hey, Mum, your new favourite colour's maroon. And so I had to convert, and I've been a Maroons fan ever since.
Willingly?
Oh, yeah. I have every bit of memorabilia from when he was under sixes. I've got every jersey. I've got playing cards. I've got his little hats. I've got his shirts. But I think I'm his #1 fan because I had to make the ultimate and come to Queensland. I think that earns me that fan status.
Yeah, good answer. It's just a small price to pay. I'm Pat Carrigan, and Carmel is my #1 fan.